everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Repti-verse. I have not posted for a while. I am sorry about that. I have been crazy busy with work, so I kind of have to take this long weekend as an opportunity to film this video. So, what I'm going to be doing today, you probably already know this from the title, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on my two Solomon Island ground boas and these two PVCs, cleaning out their enclosures, giving them some nice substrate, some cork bark, really making their enclosures a lot more naturalistic. And I have been asked by a couple of people to give an update on them. So, I'm going to do that today. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not your first video, welcome back. Pleasure to see you again. If it is your first time on Repti-verse, definitely subscribe, turn on notifications, because we have a couple of really exciting videos coming here in the next couple of weeks. I have a reptile room tour. Salazar, my anaconda that's in way too small of an enclosure, is going into an 8-foot plywood enclosure. This one here that currently has my tegus, because my tegus, if you guys remember from over a year ago, I was working on their outdoor enclosure. It is finally done. I just have to fill it with substrate, get some plants and some hides in there, and then they're going in there hopefully by the end of next week. So that'll be really, really exciting. Their enclosure outside is 16 feet by 8 feet by 6 feet, so it is massive. So that is the plan for the next few videos, so you definitely want to turn on notifications so that you can see those. But right now, have to get that expanded with water, so I'll see you guys when that's done. Can't really see him in there because of the glare, but that's Caraxes. That is my male ground boa. And the female is back there in her little hide box. So, you get them both out. Need to change their waters anyway. And they would have needed new paper towels today regardless. So, giving them real substrate. Alrighty, so this is what I've come up with for right now. Very similar to what he had before, just instead of having that round hide that he couldn't really fit in, I have a flat of cork, another cork tube that's kind of standing up there so that he can climb around. Got that plant. I always attach that plant into those ventilation holes because it holds it up really well, and then I can kind of drape it around in the front of the enclosure. And I have its water bowl where it was before. I like having my water bowls in the front corners of enclosures, except for yours, you jerk. So I have to do Cyrax's enclosure next. But first, I'm going to put Caraxes back in his enclosure because he is in my only travel bin right now. I have two others around here somewhere, but I cannot find them. So I'm going to put him away, and then we'll move on to Cyrax. Now I'll get a good look at him for you while he's out of the enclosure. There he is. He actually looks really good considering the fact that he actually has not eaten since I got him. He's not very thin. I do take him out with a hook because I have not had a chance to tame him down because of the fact. But because he hasn't eaten, I haven't wanted to handle him. Here you go, bud. Nice new enclosure. Well, it's not a new enclosure. You have a newly renovated home. So he's gonna probably climb up those plants. I see him do that a lot. Yep, there he is. Coming around. He's a really pretty snake. And I think he'll do really well in this enclosure. Again, he has not eaten since I bought him, which was in October. I try every other time I feed his girlfriend to feed him, because I don't want to waste too many mice if he's not going to eat. She's eaten. She didn't eat when I first got her. She didn't eat for the first 2 or 3 weeks after I had her, and then she started eating mice. She ate a live mouse for me, and then she pretty much immediately went to frozen thawed. So, hoping that I'm going to try a live mouse with him. Probably in a couple of days, let him get used to the new smells and things, and then I'll get him a live mouse. Yeah, she eats just fine. And if you're wondering about the Indonesian tree boa, unfortunately he did pass away. He never ate for me either. And I got him about the same time that I got these two. He never ate for me, and he just crashed. I had an autopsy done, and it was just because he hadn't eaten at all. I tried everything. I tried live, frozen thawed. I tried scenting in chicken broth, which usually works. I tried the sort of like the bird and toad scented Repti-verse. And I was about to try, I even tried a Knowles, and I was going to try a frog, but he passed away before I was able to get him to eat a frog for me, before I was able to offer one. So it's really unfortunate. He's a really cool snake, but he is no longer with us. Just have that enclosure. It's still a bioactive enclosure. There's a cleanup crew in it that are doing great. I'm taking care of it. I haven't put anything in it again. I might in the future, but just not right now. Right now I'm not really looking to get any new snakes unless it's like a female yellow anaconda, so I can have some babies this year. But other than that, I'm not going to be getting any new snakes. Pretty maxed out as it is now, so that's what's going on. So this is Cyrax. She's my female of the Solomon ground boas. She has been eating, so she's obviously a little bit bigger than that male. Yes, there you go. And she decided that she was going to take her plant with her, which is fine. I will put it back in the enclosure when I put her in there. But yeah, she's doing really good. What was... I just heard something flop in there. I don't know if she struck at the top of the enclosure. But yeah, this is a really bare bones enclosure, and I don't like it. And she is eating, so she can have a really nice fancy enclosure, and I don't have to worry about it too much. If she goes off food, I'll put her back on paper towels and things. But I don't think that she will. She hasn't really had any issues with eating. I was told that she skipped a meal when I was in boot camp, but skipping one meal is not, it's not a big issue. So, not that concerned about it. And yes, this is how I clean enclosures. I take things like 1 or 2 at a time over to the sink, and then I walk over there. I really need a sink like next to all my enclosures. Hopefully when we do this build out in the future, when I can afford it. I mean, we're planning to have walk-in enclosures for all of these bigger snakes. So my Birdman, my retic, my anacondas, they're all going to have walk-in enclosures. Tegus are going to have a walk-in enclosure. And I'm probably going to do private tours there. So stay tuned whenever we're able to do that. I will say this is one reason I do actually like paper towels a lot is... There, they got all of it out. It's really quick and easy, but they don't look very good. Also, paper towels are really good if you have problems with snake mites, which I don't anymore, thankfully, so I'm not that concerned about it. So I'm going to spray out and clean the inside of this enclosure. You guys probably don't want to see that, because if you have reptiles, you do it yourself. You don't need to watch it on YouTube. And then I will decorate this enclosure, show it to you guys, and then get her put back in. So stay tuned for that. I hope you know you're making this really difficult. This is her enclosure for now. I've got a cork flat in the back that she can hide under. There we go. She'll go explore in there. I have that cork flat in the back she can hide under, one in the front she can hide under. This big tube that she can go inside of, get all the way through just fine, and climb around on, and I got her water bowl. So, I think she's going to be pretty happy in there. So, yeah. That's going to be about it for this video. The ground boas are doing phenomenal. If we can just get him eating, then we'll be all good. So, if you enjoyed this video in any capacity, please click like. If you have not done so already, highly consider subscribing to Repti-verse. I'm going to try and get back to a weekly schedule of uploads. Again, I've just been crazy busy at work, but I'm starting to get to a point where I can schedule out my days a little bit better, which is wonderful because I miss doing YouTube. I love making these videos. They're a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. So, I'm going to get back to work. Have a couple of other things I gotta do in this reptile room. I got a new snake upstairs I need to go clean and socialize a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. In the description of this video, you'll find a link to my Patreon page, a link to the Discord server, and a link to Go Sport US Arc. Go follow those links, show them some love, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, YouTube.